Hi, can you hear me? I hope so. There are things that we can change if we pray, pray, pray. Hi, welcome back to LibraSunshine, where the sun is always out, okay? Because I'm the sun, and the sun is in me, and the sun has set me free. Hey, so I want to say special happy Mother's Day to the mothers. On Mother's Day, I was being a mother. I didn't get the chance to get on and show some love to my channel. But as my mom always says, Mother's Day is every day, baby. And the other day I had pulled the dear card. Uh-oh, I'm going to put you on pause a second. So, are we back on? Yeah, okay. Um, it's been a while. Okay, but I know I was talking about Mother's Day. And I'm pretty sure that I tell you my mom says Mother's Day is every day, right? Because I would be like, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I always make her Mother's Day so special. Oh, let me put these on. Sorry. And so I would be like, Happy Mother's Day, Mom. And she's like, every day is Mother's Day, pal. Okay, lady. She always had to try and be so difficult. I don't know if she was trying to be. She just happened to be. Bless her little heart. I think it's paying off for her. Her hard demeanor sometimes can pay off for her, especially now. Fighting this COVID-19, I'm like, if anybody can defeat that sucker, it's her. My mother is some strong, strong, strong woman. I tell you, she's been through a heck of a lot. Okay? Being raised in the rural South. Ooh, in the woods, she told me about the creeks and the winters, and the creek would rise, and she thought that they wouldn't make it out. The water came up to so high, she was like on a tree branch. I don't know. Thank God she made it out of there, my mom. Been through so much. Man, people in the South. And so she's one of 13, and they're all mainly very beautiful dark brown red skin, and she's very looking very white skinned. So you can imagine 3 of them kind of looked like her, and the other ones looked more like their father. And so my mom's been fighting ever since, fighting her way through all of the bull crap since she was a baby, since she was a kid. She was a midwife even. She helped raise her family while her mother was off delivering babies. I mean, thank you, Mom. I love my mom. I was a daddy's girl because my mom was such a hard nosed and just kind of mean and just, oh my God, I'm abusive. But I got to understand why. I got to understand why. It didn't make it right. It happened, but at least I could understand. And then I've been trying, I had to care for her up until this whole corona thing. I didn't have to. I got to. I have to come to. I get to see my mother. I got to take care of her. It's a privilege. Okay, no matter what the of the miseducation of Patty, Libra Sunshine. Um, it was a good intentions. I mean, they didn't know better. When you know better, you do better. You know. So I would try to fast forward to the current time. I would try to get her to understand. But it was a bit hard for her because she just she didn't want to understand. She couldn't understand, and I kind of understand because when you're in this fog, it's kind of like being hypnotized or brainwashed. indoctrinated by this old ways that we were taught through really the slave masters. um, it's hard to undo what you've been done to. But when you become aware, then you can be responsible for it. And awareness, somebody can tell you, because you can still not become aware though. Someone could tell you all day, but you can still maybe not be aware. Because I used to, like, certain things I just didn't get. I didn't get it because I wasn't taught that. I was taught something else. And when I went searching for it is when I found more understanding, when I could find what I was looking for. And then could, put the two together, three together, whatever, put it together. So I pulled this beautiful deer card. It's beautiful. I pulled that card day before yesterday, and it is loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. And this is the earth sign. And the deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates a sense of grace, calms the room. A deer's personality affects others in this way, drawing them towards a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. So it's so funny because, I shuffled, reshuffled, cut the deck, shuffled the whole thing. And this card came out. And so, yeah, my daughter just had a baby. My son's, our wife is pregnant. And so there's that. But then also, I've been called to gentleness and compassion in situations. And then, because of the work I've done this past year, well, it's not difficult anymore. It isn't. I can gracefully remove my ego. And I'll need it for when I need it for, but I don't need it all the time. I'd much rather be compassionate and nurturing and receptive and a good listener. It's more, excuse me. Hi there. So I'm going to come back here and finish this up. So the deer came out and it was just so sweet. Yeah, my little baby girl. Well, she's 32 now, I guess. And she just had this beautiful, precious grandbaby for me. And it's so funny because my sister passed. And it's not funny that she passed, but she passed away. And she just loved me, and I just loved her. It's my big sister, and I was her little sister. I thought she was my mother for a while, and she took care of me. We were just a close knit family, a bunch of five, because our parents worked really hard. And my dad was a musician, and he was trying to make his dreams come true, and let alone work. They worked at Hostess Bakery and Robert's Electronics. And then my dad started dry cleaners. He bought a dry cleaners from Maury Wills. And, he was an entrepreneur. My dad was smart. Third grade education, okay? But this man taught himself to read and was highly educated. Oh my goodness. My dad. It's so funny. He would say, if somebody would ask him, do you have a college degree? Have you been to college? Oh yeah, I went to UCLA. And he would say under his breath, in one door and out the other, because he spent a lot of time there. I have a sister that had a lot of issues, and my mother was in and out the hospital after me. Yeah, but he taught himself so much reading the newspaper and the Bible. Oh my gosh, this man knew the word and could decipher it and minister it and break it down this way and that way. He was also an officer in the Air Force. He was an Air Force police officer. He could bake. We used to bake together. My dad, I love my dad. And my sister and my dad were very much alike. And they were the ones that I would go to. They were my go-tos, you know what I mean? So when they pass, it's like, oh my God, I have to grow up. I have to pray on my own. I can't call my dad and say, pray for me, Dad, or pray with me, or, fix this for me, I have to do it on my own now. Now people look to me, and I'm the youngest, but I act like the oldest. It's weird in our family. It's like family, 5 kids, and so there's this middle child. I have a sister, very middle child syndrome. Then my brother, he's the fourth. He's the only boy, but he's like the scapegoat. There's the second to the oldest, and she's like the smart. She didn't want to get in trouble, so she was perfect. Not. Then there was me. I was trying to get, I was trying to be whatever. I looked at all them and thought, okay, what was working and what's not working. And I tried to do whatever it was so I wouldn't get in trouble because no, there was something else. My daddy was, no. So it's very structured. He's Taurus. Learning more about that sign. He was like the Hierophant, honestly. My mother's Aquarius. She's her own way. Yeah, I'm just Ruby. She just thinks, Aquarius, newest sign of the zodiac, and they do things differently from everybody. They're very flirtatious. It doesn't matter. I mean, not that they're some of them are very sexually promiscuous, but I mean, not just that particular sign, but of them that I know, they have that in common. Like highly sexual individuals. Anyway, so my mother is tough. Okay, and yeah, she's fighting corona. And I talked to her yesterday when I wasn't able to go visit her, but I did talk to her. So at first she must have been sleeping or had not used her throat muscles very much. Because at first she sounded like she could barely talk. And I was like, what? Both me and my guy looked at each other like, do we need to go bust down that hospital? But then her personality changed when she was talking to her grandbaby. Then I was like, oh, okay, she's fine up in there, please. They said she's resting comfortably. Oxygen levels are great. She had maybe 100 fever. No. I mean, she's probably got the antidote in her, like I said. So I think it's time for us to be loving like the deer to ourselves and to this earth and to each other. That we're to be loving and intuitive, graceful, the mother. That's what we need to be to this earth, because that's what the earth is to us, and we need to give back and not just take from it. And so Mother's Day is every day. Every day we need to mother the motherless, mother the motherless within ourselves and others. Okay? animals, human beings, whatever. Just nurture that side of yourself, okay? What else? Yeah, most of those cards I pulled, it was all about kind of the same thing. But motherhood. And then it was the sea serpent, too. Healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. So it is time. This is the sea serpent in the book. It's a beautiful card. And it's about healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. And so I think that it's time to work on that chakra that associates with that. So I'm going to read this and then I'm going to leave with this, okay? The sea serpent. It's the spirit. So spirit is trying to tell us we need to heal emotional wounds and to express them. That's how we heal. But, if you're having a problem expressing yourself, listen up. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotion, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the sense of what this card is in balance, when the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are not uneased. Our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in a muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us. Oh, wow. I love it. See, the mother's coming up. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us. Like it's around that precious middle, beautiful. A gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. The sea serpent and the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the I can't say it, chakra. Svadhisthana, chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowel. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire. It is associated with the water element. This translates as that word, like Svadhisthana, I don't know, translates as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of divine mother or Kundalini herself. Kundalini herself. I just, wow. Wow. So we're working on that Kundalini, that chakra that is down between, in the bowels. It's doing hula hoop, yoga, breathing, but dancing, and unleash that. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. If you can tap into that and release that part of yourself, how free is that? Yeah, and you have to stop holding on so tight to let that go. You have to unprotect, unprotect yourself. You have to feel free. You have to trust, let go in order to really hold that, to get a hold of that kundalini. You have to let go. But yeah, a lot of dancing, like, moving your hips like hula hoop and stuff. Yeah, that's what I suggest. 'Cause that's what I did, and boy, it worked. Oh my God, I'll tell you if I could tell you. So, yes, it. That's it. That is it for today. I'm gonna upload this one with my other one. And happy birthday, I guess so. For somebody, happy birthday. And happy Mother's Day every day. Um, this is LibraSunshine once again. And thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and come back again. Okay? Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day every day, you mothers. Okay? And you mother effers, get it together. No, I'm just kidding. Hug somebody too. Hug a tree. Hug. Everybody needs a hug. Okay? I'm just kidding. All right. Love you. Bye. Listening to Stevie as always. Hey, did you know that true love asks for nothing? That her acceptance is the way you pay? Yeah. Okay. True love asks for nothing. Her acceptance is the way you pay. Sorry, I broke my glasses. Okay. Bye. Did you know that?